What? Wait, I don't think they're ready for this.
These moves looking real nice in the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. Pull up on them and it look nice, look nice.
These moves looking real nice in the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. Pull up on them and it look nice, nice.
Yeah, we look nice, future looking nice, we don't need to tell them
Here
twice.
comes the future.
Yeah, we look nice, future looking real nice, we don't need to tell them twice.
Here comes the future.
Welcome to Netstrata Jubilee Stadium in Sydney's south. Sydney FC versus the Newcastle Jets. Saturday night football coming from Sydney. The big side here, Sydney FC, the side that have made the last 3 grand finals, winning 2 of them. There is a positive feeling coming out of Newcastle under their new coach, Arthur Papas, and a new look side as well that are looking to play an entertaining, positive attack brand of football. Here come our 2 sides out on Strata Jubilee Stadium. And let's have a look at the starting 11 for the home side, Sydney FC. Just one change from the side that lost 1-0 to Macca last time out. It was meant to be the return of Costas Barbarouses, the flying New Zealand goal-scoring winger, but he misses out with a bout of gastro. Max Burgess comes into the side at the expense of Trent Bahaja. They'll stick with that 4-4-2 formation for Sydney, while for Newcastle, the Newcastle Jets, one change there as well after 2 appearances off the bench so far this season. Jordan O'Doherty, one of 7 new signings in the starting 11 this evening for Arthur Papas. He comes into the side at the expense of Costa Grozos, who misses out this evening. A 4-3-3 for this side, coached by Arthur Papas. There is Steve Corica, a former winner of the A-League with Sydney FC, of course, twice, and with Marconi before that. Arthur Papas, new man in the hot seat of the Newcastle Jets, and doing a pretty good job so far as well since arriving from Japanese football. And it's the away side, the Jets, with just 1 win in their last 12 against Sydney FC, that get us underway. They'll be looking to continue where they've left off against Western Sydney, make a bright start, play positive football, high up the pitch. Andy Harper, is that what you're expecting?
G'day, Robbie. I certainly am. And to everyone watching on the 10 network, an exciting game in prospect, purely because of the 2 teams which are pitched against each other. Over recent years, we've become very accustomed to the very cultured way in which Sydney play their football. Newcastle, under Papas, the new coach, have pinned their ears back and made a point of being a really minded team, very, very aggressive with the ball and without the ball. And as we said in the pre-game, I think Sydney FC are actually looking for a team that's prepared to come at them rather than just sit back and defend deep in a big block of numbers. I think for those reasons, early in the season, both teams needing a win, this one could go off a bit like a firecracker.
Well, fingers crossed, because a spectacular match of football. There are a few things like it. Certainly, Arthur Papas in yesterday's press conference was talking about the identity of his side, the DNA, what he wanted this side to be recognised for, and part of that was entertaining the punters who are watching on Network 10 or here at the grounds, whether it be McDonald Jones, their home stadium, or around the country. It's a first corner, but the flag is up for offside.
And because of the way Newcastle play under Arthur Papas and what he's set out, what he's spoken about, and what people are expecting his team to...
Back from an offside position, though. Our referee this evening, Jonathan Barrero. He's being assisted by Ryan Gallagher and Matthew McCorrist. Sam Kelly is the 4th official. It's nothing more serious than a shoelace for the referee. And we're back underway. Matt Yerman is one of those new signings at the Jets this season. He's wearing the cap armband, but that's well played from Rattray in for Adam Lefondre, who goes round Jack Duncan. Penalty for Sydney. and they may be without a goal after 2 and a bit matches in the A-League this season. But Adam Lefondre will have a gilt-edged opportunity to set that statistic straight. And Sydney rewarded for a bright start.
Well, completely rewarded. Really up-tempo start from Sydney. Lefondre going around Jack Duncan. It's a clear penalty. A slow start from Jack Duncan, not just because of this. You'll think about that other run down to the byline where he and the 2 central defenders nearly got outfoxed by Elvis Campsober, who I will say, as a point of real symmetry, started this attacking move with a great run across the front of the Jets' defence. They couldn't clear the ball. Paulo Retre sneaks in at midfield, plays it to Lefondre, wins the penalty, and now the Englishman to convert the chance if he can.
Lefondre against Duncan, and Sydney have their goal. Sydney have the lead, 8 minutes in, and the home side are in front.
Well, it's a big relief for Sydney. Electric start by the home team, chastened by their winless start to the season, and the Harvey Norman replay. It's Adam Lefondre. Sure takes from the spot to make it 1-0 for Sydney.
Well, it's goal number 44 for Sydney for Adam Lefondre. And what an important goal, all so important for the home side this evening to make that good start. Still going, Campsober, he just couldn't turn. He's managed to get it out to Grant. Good challenge from Yeoman. Now the cross in from Retre. And again, when Sydney step on the accelerator, it's trouble for Newcastle. That's a lovely ball from the Brazilian Peña, releasing Ewell. As we race from one end of the pitch to the other. Bumal on the left foot. Oh, and that would have been something special. The Cameroon international, who starred a week ago, was very nearly back up on lights there.
But it's a blistering counter-attack from the Jets. Arthur Pappas has just relieved himself of a bit of anxiety. Harvey Norman replay is a great one to have a look at. He's got a lot to do here. Valentino Ewell has asked a lot of Olivier Bumal, but the Cameroonian's technique is A1 up to standard. The ball square across the penalty area. It's a sumptuous volley.
Thurgate, who's like O'Doherty, really playing that role where he steps back to a number 6 just in front of the defence, but can play a little bit higher up the pit in midfield as well. O'Doherty with Peña, who's starting to see the ball, and we know he has the quality to make this work. So does this man. Bumal in behind for Ewell. It's a great pass, and it could so easily have been 1-1. Flag goes up for offside, but it looked a very tight thing, and Newcastle showing that on the transition they are dangerous.
Oh, beautiful football, getting into their stride. The Jets saved the embarrassment of missing what, gee whiz, I don't know, VAR, if he hits the back of the net there, that's going to stand, surely. It's a great chance for Newcastle. What a superb sequence, culminating in Olivier Bumal sliding it through for Tina. He just couldn't finish.
Burgess, who played against his brother Darcy in the Cup 2 weeks ago for Sydney FC versus Sydney Olympic. That's a lovely ball over the top for Lefondre. Into the area now. Closed down. White shirts everywhere. Lefondre does brilliantly though. And Campsober adds a second. His first goal for Sydney FC as well.
Well, just as the Jets were mounting a really impressive comeback with some beautiful football, their defence has collapsed. And they've been hit for a second. It's a smirky smile from Stevie Corica. It's Lefondre through on goal. But the route is initially blocked and then he's allowed to turn and cross. Disastrous defending from Newcastle. Superb finish from the tumbling Elvis Kamsoba. Weren't there some eyebrows raised about Kamsoba being recruited by Sydney? And here he is popping up to get a great start to the season and making it 2-0.
It's a fantastic ball over the top from Retre Kamsoba. There were eyebrows raised. He was equal top scorer in a struggling Victory side last season with 5 goals. There he has his first in sky blue. Half an hour gone. And Sydney leading Newcastle by 2-0.
Well, there was a feeling, Robbie, we're not being wise after the event, that this game was going to have plenty to entertain.
The first line of defence, one-on-one, but this is where you have to be careful because the break's on again here with Burgess. It's Hoffman across in cover. Grant joins the attack. Burgess is able to keep going. And it's Doherty who makes the block, and half opportunity really there for Burgess because the Jets did get back in numbers to close down that space and extinguish any opportunity, but that is...
It's just a lapse from Mikkel Tadze. In fact, he looked to the far side to release Bumal to keep the counter-attack going. But Ninkovic very smartly stood in the way, blocked the passing lane. Mikkel Tadze turned and thought, righto, we'll just have a breather. But that lack of concentration meant that the ball went out, and it's Sydney to come again.
The 2 minutes of stoppage time are just about up here at Netstrata Jubilee Stadium, where it has been an enthralling contest between two very good football sides. And there goes the half-time whistle. A penalty from Adam Lefondre and a second goal from Kamsoba have Sydney FC in front at the break. After no goals in their first 2 matches, they've broken that drought, and they are 45 minutes away from a first win of the season. It's Sydney 2, Newcastle Jets 0. Sydney, 45 minutes to hold on. Perhaps they want to do a bit more than that. 45 minutes to continue what's been an excellent performance so far in match day 3 of the Isuzu UTE A-League, and they might have a chance for the perfect start of the second half. It's 15 seconds in, and Milos Ninkovic, the man you'd want that to fall to in the penalty box, couldn't make it stick.
Dangerous for the Jets. Rounds 1 and 2, they came unstuck in the earlier moments of the second half, and it was nearly history repeating again. But what about the touch to control that ball at full speed with a pass that's got a bit of pepper and salt on it from Elvis Kamsoba, the magician. Milos Ninkovic, wonderful technique, and a good save from Jack Duncan. Much needed confidence booster for him.
It's a very good point about when goals are conceded, because some statistics can be taken out of context, but 3 of the 4 goals conceded by Newcastle before today all came in this 15-minute period after the start of the second half. They have a bit of difficulty coming out from the locker. Now the Pappas there. And at 3-0, it's hard to see any way back for Newcastle. Is a different story. And here goes Pena. A little touch for Ewell. It's a lovely ball, perfectly weighted, and Newcastle are back in it. Or perhaps not. The flag is up for offside. They're going to check it. But for the first time, we saw Pena on the charge. Another perfectly weighted pass, and the finish that time from Ewell.
Was a great finish. It was a beautiful run and pass. Valentino Ewell, when the ball is hit, looks like he's drifted offside. When the ball is played is the key moment, and any part of the goal scorer's body that's not his hand, that breaks that line, you're deemed offside. The reason why it's not the hand is because obviously you can't score a goal with the hand. So any legal part of the body for goal scoring that breaches that offside line, it's called back for offside.
And it's a goal. It stands. So one thing you have to take into account is that these camera angles can be ever so deceptive. And that one did look marginally offside, but it's in the back of the net and the Jets are back in the contest.
Brilliant run from Pena. Apparently a good enough run from Valentino Yule. It was a great finish. And now we've got another game on our hands.
Now, does the pressure turn back on to Sydney FC? We were just saying, Andy, the difference between 3-0 and 2-0. It is all the difference. And now at 2-1, all different contest. Almost a mirror image of the match we commentated with the Jets last week.
Yeah, true. And the Newcastle fans, well, they'll be on the edge of their seats now. Love their team. Fabulous football city, fabulous football region. Thick and deep with the history of the game. And now they'll believe they can be back in it. All the while talking about the whys, the wherefores, the goods, the bads of Arthur Papp's short coaching tenure. But what is beyond dispute is the work Pappas has done with Tino Yule to get him ready for A-League Isuzu men's action. He's flying. What a great finish.
And the tribute of Tino Yule to the flying Colombian, Tino Asprilla, is not lost on this commentator anyway, Andy Harper. As here's Pena, a little touch for Mikkel Tadzi. Ooh, that was a clever touch that took it over the leg of the defender, and he kept going. Ingham, closed down by Ninkovic. There we see that he is onside. Wallen that time not too interested in where the football was.
Yeah, and good on the referee for saying, I'm not having any of that. Yellow card, switch to Tino Yule, here we go again.
Already with 2 goals this season. Tino Yule onto the left foot! And he's done it! From nowhere, the Tino Yule show!
We've had some doozy moments tonight, but this is the Harvey Norman replay of them all. This game has gone off, and this kid is flying. What a finish! Tino Yule.
That's now 3 in 3 for Val Yule, as he's known at the club, but Tino, as he's now known across Australia. And we've still got 25 minutes. Hey, Andy Harper, what a treat we have in store for you here on Channel. Round 3 of the Isuzu Ute A-League season. A new home for Australian football, and it's turning on this evening.
Well, now the scribes will be sharpening their pencils. What's wrong with Sydney FC? Can't hold a 2-goal lead at home. That's a great switch of play over the top. Now, as we watch this, enjoy it. But look who Tino Yule is up against. I made the point in the first half. That's the Socceroos' #1 right back, Ryan Grant. This is not the question Grant's place in the national team.
Bumal with Hoffman. Ewell looking for the early ball for Hoffman. The cut back to the edge of the area, and what a chance that was for Costa Grozos. Straight into the contest. He was in the right place at the right time.
Fabulous stuff here. What a great game so far.
And it's not finished. Here's Caceres with Grant. Adam Lafondra, you know he'll run all night. And it's an early ball, it's a good one towards Wood. And very well defended again by Elsie. Now Grozos. Settling things, O'Doherty needs to find a pass. He's been robbed of possession by Paulo Retre. Sydney with 4 forward. Retre, still Retre. It's blocked, it might fall. The cross, and Sydney are back in front. And it's Lafondra with his second of the night. It's another twist in this incredible tale.
Well, you talked about Newcastle bossing possession, but it was a turnover in possession. Jordan O'Doherty losing the ball on the Harvey Norman replay. We can see Paulo Retre sizing things up. And the shot was deflected. It looked all off, but not for Paddy Wood. He stayed alert to the possibilities. He slings the ball into the edge of the 6-yard box, and Adam Lafondra makes it 2 for the night and 3 for Sydney. Their noses back in front.
Well, we've said it, but you just can't take your eyes off this one. And you can't take your eyes off Adam Lafondra. He is a fox in the box. He is there. He can smell a goal every time. VAR just having a look at this one, but there's going to be a triple change now for Newcastle. So 3 substitutions. Samuel Silveira coming into the game. Let's have a look here. Ooh. It's offside. And the goal will not count. Now does Arthur Pappas still want to make that triple substitution? Well, talk about twists in the tail. Lafondra just half a yard offside. There was nothing in it.
No camera on that one, Robbie?
Not yet. We will have confirmation. No, I don't think angle on the first either.
I'm just being mischievous. I'm just being mischievous.
You're a cheeky young man, Andy Harper.
Well, that toe, that's half a foot, half of his foot.
But it's come off.
But is it that one, or is it the goal scoring?
Elsie, for me, it has to be the next
or
one.
Or is it Lafondra? I thought it was Lafondra.
I thought it was Lafondra as well.
That one's not offside.
Because it's come off Elsie, who was playing at the ball and putting it back onside.
I agree.
The Sydney FC players are letting the referee know that right now. They feel robbed, they feel hard done by. Oh, and the cross behind. Well, you can forgive a weary cross in the 95th minute of a match like this.
It was tired. But the Jets don't look like they're tiring. Here they come again. And Sydney trying to regain their ground, and the referee decides enough's enough.
Oh no, what a time to bring the curtain down on a fabulous contest. Corica and Pappas exchange pleasantries. What a breathless 95 minutes. It's finished here. Sydney FC 2, Newcastle Jets 2.